Welcome back to our Community Podcast. I'm your co-host Terrence. Here are my co-hosts Michael and Jhoan. We have a very special guest, Celly. Welcome onto the show. Thank you for coming. So basically, we want to start with where'd you grow up and like how did you get to Madison or like where you live now?
Yeah, so I was actually born in New Mexico, and my mom actually moved from New Mexico to Madison just because down in New Mexico or like Texas, we live near El Paso, and there wasn't many jobs available for her. And my mom was actually a single mother, so she had to find a way to, put food on the table. So, and her brother had actually moved up to Madison, so we actually moved in with them, and that's how we got to Madison.
Oh, that's what's up. Yeah. How was like school life and shit like that for you growing up?
So at the beginning, it was like a rocky start to find like a stable like place because we lived with my aunt. We were living with them and like we didn't see my mom much. Like she had 2 jobs. Like she was always out of the house. So my older sister was the one who actually took the reins of like me and my middle sister. And she was basically the one that taught us how to like do everything. And I forgot your question. What was your question?
How school and shit, like growing up.
Okay. And then I went to school.
I feel like we were trying so hard to keep it so professional. I attended school at
anyway, so I went to school in Madison, Sugar Creek, and then I went to Glacier Edge, and then my mom moved us from.
That sounds like a racist school.
No, it doesn't. It was.
Are you boys sure you go to Sugar Creek? It just sounds like I've heard that.
That's such a lie. It was mostly minorities in that school.
Really?
Yeah. After that, my mom moved us to Sauk City, and that's where it was like mostly white people.
Sauk City.
So I went from a really diverse place to like a mostly white people.
How was that switch? That's gotta be some shit.
It was honestly, I didn't realize it then, but now that I look back on it, it was hard. It's really hard being like one of the few where like they can like pinpoint you to saying like, oh, you're not white. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And instead of being like with all your Mexican friends or whatever, like now you have to become friends with all these white kids who don't have the same.
I want to point out you did a really good job with that. You're friends with a lot of white people.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I mean, I'm really adaptable. That's the one thing that I think helped me a lot. That I was able to adapt to a new situation, but still like keep my family's core values.
Type shit.
I also feel like it's not that like everybody in Sauk isn't like pointing you out. I also feel like there's a lot of people in Sauk that are just looking at you as another kid.
Right. Yeah. No, that's one of the. Like,
he said.
What you mean?
Bro, what do you mean by that?
Like obviously they'll be like, oh, like there's a new colored family in town. Yeah. Obviously.
Whoa! What?
You see what I'm saying? Like
what? I feel like that's so bogus. There's a new colored family in town, y'all.
But I mean, I feel like that's mostly like adults.
I know, but I mean that has to like bleed down to like the kids.
Well, yeah, that's a bad thing.
You're a new colored person, right?
What if somebody came with you like, how many of you are there in this town right now?
Like, colored population goes up 1.
That shit probably showed up in the news. Colored family shows up to something like.
Don't be alarmed, you guys.
Don't be alarmed.
They are colored people.
Oh no, that's hilarious.
But
what was the school size in that city?
Honestly, I don't remember. It was not that big, honestly. It was.
Did you ever have classes this big?
This big? You're so annoying. No. My class sizes were probably like 20 kids, 24.
How many did you graduate with?
Wait, like my class?
Yeah, how many did you graduate with?
No, we graduated with 24.
We actually graduated with 4. No, I'm kidding. Our class size was, I want to say like 100 something.
Damn.
Yeah, it's a small class.
Yeah.
It wasn't too big, but the school itself is not that tiny either.
I think it had like 460, 465.
And now they have like I think 3,000 now at the Follett.
No way.
Yeah, bro. They have like 2,000 or like close to 2,000.
There was like 1,600 when we were there, right?
Yeah. There's only a fit and double that.
Bro, no, but
the crowd used to
it might not be double, but they added more people. I heard this year.
Yeah, definitely for sure. Probably like the 2. I wouldn't be surprised at the 2 mark, but 3.
That's a lot.
There's a lot more Latinos there, so we know we can cram in there. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Gosh. That's facts.
Like that number you just said is not impossible.
He said, "Nah, we could do it." Like, he's basically no. This is not how the world works.
And then like right around the corner is Monona Grove. This is a totally different experience. None of us here ever went to Monona Grove. I don't think.
I went to a football game there once, and I forgot what they said, but they said they made some racist ass comment to us as we was walking up to the benches. Yeah, it was all right though. Cause
I heard that's what it's like in that school. Period. Like I heard.
Oh yeah, big time. Because we had one of our friends go there, and she was telling us like, yeah, they're racist as hell in there. They had they had a KKK group and shit started and shit like that, bro. Like they was racist as shit there. Big time.
And it's like
right
there's not
that corner from
the thing is there's not that many people to complain because they're all white. They're all in the group. Who's gonna complain?
Yeah, no, they did not give a fuck, bro. They had a whole Facebook page for this shit. And, like shit, that's just how it was. And it was just crazy because like you would like vaguely interact with them like during lunch and shit because like the schools are so close and we had off-campus lunch, so you can go wherever you want. And it's like they was just like you could just tell, like you could feel the racism. Like that's how bad it was. It was just weird. It was so weird.
That's scary.
Yeah.
You ever scared in Sauk?
Scared in Sauk. I don't want to say I was scared. I honestly feel like Sauk City. How do I explain it? They're not. I don't know how to describe it. I'm just saying, like, I don't think the school itself is bad or the community. Obviously, there is those kids who will think they're funny and then they do like racist things or stuff like that. But it's not like as bad as like having a KK group like in the school. Like I feel like our school is very like, somewhat like.
KKK. I feel like KK is different. I know it's a slight correction. I just feel like
the corrector.
I just feel like
oh my gosh, you're so annoying.
I was thinking about it and I'm like Ku Klux.
We're getting a word.
Clam.
There's one more in there.
Sorry, the KKK group. It wasn't. Sauk's not like that. I feel like, for the most part, I was like included, but I was also a kid who got along with a lot of people.
And you know, put yourself in positions where you could make friends.
Yeah, so anybody. Like I knew a lot of people. People knew me, so it's kind of like I feel like it's harder when you're one of those shy kids, you know, and you like keep to yourself and you don't like go out there so that people know you.
Do you think it's easier interacting with the kids in terms of like racial discrimination than like the adults out there?
I want to say.
I've been to Sauk. Before you answer.
Yeah, no, I've been out there once.
I want to think if I've ever had like any adults say something like that to me, but honestly, no.
Or like, do you ever feel like you're being stared at, or?
Oh my gosh! Probably our quick trip stops. Like, obviously, you always see those big hicks that come on in and they look at you like, you shouldn't be here, you know, type of thing. But like,
that'd be the look too. Like, why are you in
the exactly? But they've never gone to the point where they tell you something to your face. You know what I mean?
Did you ever hear of anything happening like that? Like in school at all?
Actually,
really never like that.
Actually, the only places that I've actually like heard, and it wasn't adults, it was kids. We're at our like high school parties where they would literally shout the N-word out loud. Like literally, like I remember the first time hearing it, and I was like, "What?" And then they referred to each other as it with the hard R. You know what I mean?
Not the hard R.
Yeah, that was the one thing that kind of like threw me off because I had never really heard someone and like say like that, and then especially the white kids saying it to each other.
And they say it like it's a regular part of their vocabulary.
Yeah, exactly.
Big time. Yeah, that was always one of the things too, especially like being black, because it was like, you know, obviously I'm in a little bit different standpoint because I say the word all the time. Like I use the shit all the time.
You are?
Like,
really?
No, not the hard R. The hard R is ours.
You said the N-word.
Anyway, but like yeah, we used to get shit like that all the time. Like people would be like yelling shit at us or like driving past and like saying the N-word out the window and shit like that all the time. Standing at the bus stop and shit. Motherfuckers never get out the car though, cause they knew what's up. Big time. but we don't condone violence on the show. No fighting.
Unless you have to. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, self-defense is
Facts,
Right.
Self-defense is self-defense. If you got to, you got to.
Damn. I mean, what else in Sauk do you think is different from coming out to Madison and like experience? Like, did you go to college in Madison?
Yes. So I actually decided to go to MATC in Madison because I wanted to get back into like the diverse atmosphere instead of going to Baraboo where I know it's mostly whites again. And if Sauk is bad, Baraboo's even worse.
So if you were okay at Sauk, would you just have preferred? So you probably would have been fine at Baraboo, but you would just prefer to be with a more diverse group.
Yes.
To be at, okay.
Yes, because to a certain point, I feel like it was good that I was talking to a lot of people, but I also feel like I lost part of who I really was in the process because once you're surrounded by whites, it's like you almost want to be white. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
I'm not going to lie to you. Let's just pause real quick right there because Jhoan smiled. Now, why'd you smile? Did you ever feel like you were trying to be white?
Oh, damn. It's not about me, though.
It's a conversation.
It's a conversation.
Yeah.
Do you remember when you first started, bro? I remember Jhoan pulled up with the American flag Under Armour with the rock with the American flag backpack. He had the hat on full. Like, if you didn't know, you might have thought he was born here. Like, I swear to God.
I don't know. It's tough.
But
only minority friend was Terrence and 2 other people.
No, it's hard, honestly, not having like minorities around you. Like we think it's funny, but like you never know how damaging that can be for a kid that has to find themselves, you know?
I mean, but we're talking adults. You're a grown man. Like, you decided to Americanize yourself at 20.
Then I don't know what to tell you.
Stop trying to make it seem like I'm flip-flopping. Because I'm not.
That looks like dog. He's on your ass. He said, whoa. Hell no. I mean, I don't know. For me personally, like growing up in like elementary school, I went to elementary school like it was predominantly white because I was like on the west side, and I don't know why the fuck I went to that school, but like it was low key decent just because they fucked with the black kid, you know. So it was like,
oh, you were the token.
Yeah, you know, like I was like the top, you know, motherfuckers fucked with me. It was like cool, and then like it was a couple other of us and shit. So like it was always nice to kick it with them. But like,
were you good at sports?
Of course.
That's why.
Is that yo, Terence?
Right.
In gym class,
you got us at football practice.
You know when you step up to like the kickball plate in gym class and like step back. Yeah, that was me. Yeah. You know that bitch is going far. But like, then I moved into like a more diverse middle school, and like I had a predominantly white friends in elementary school, and then switched to basically none once I got to middle and high school. Like, I kicked it with y'all. I kicked it with like Earl and them and shit like that. So I hung around like a lot of Mexicans and blacks, and like. For a while, it was like, yeah, I don't think I have any white friends. Like, I know a lot, but like, I don't really like kick it with them or like go to their cribs or anything like that. Cause like, I connect more with like y'all. Like, I don't know. That just made it like easier for me to find friends, I suppose. Okay. But it was also nice cause like, it was a lot more diverse and shit.
Yeah. You felt more comfortable around them?
Oh yeah, big time. Cause like we could talk about shit that like we all experienced or like went through, like struggles and shit.
That's a big thing. Yeah, people don't realize.
You know, it's like shit that we can be like, yeah, bro, I know exactly what you mean. Whereas like I couldn't really do that with like my right friends and shit. So
because you guys could talk about the struggles and not because your dad didn't give you his.
Guess what? My bitch mom took my Xbox yesterday.
Bro, that shit used to blow my mind. Like the way they used to talk about their parents.
Yes,
like,
bro.
Or talk to their parents.
Yeah, I was like,
I had friends that would literally scream at their parents. Like I was like, your mom's gonna beat your ass, and like no, like their mom would be like, oh, I can't take you kids, and I'm like.
Huh? Yeah, it wasn't none of that. Like there was no back talk. There was none of that. I even heard some kids like curse at their moms. I was like, bro, you are bold. Like if you tried that shit in my household,
oh, that's it.
Or in front of other people in public.
Yeah, you definitely.
How they yell at their parents, and I'm like.
She'll embarrass you back in public.
Yeah, right. Bro, like, I was always the one, like, you think I give a fuck what we are? You are my child, and I'm going to discipline you like my child. I was like, yeah, y'all are crazy as hell. I don't get that shit at all. But I guess that's just a cultural difference.
I was gonna say I had a friend as well that like her mom wasn't even like yelling or they weren't even arguing. She was like looking out for her, like, "Oh, you sure you got everything?" She's like, "Yes, mom, I got everything. I'm good." Like, "Oh, you need something of this?" And then she got in the car. She's like, "So annoying when she's just on my ass all the time." Like, what? I was like,
sorry, your mom wants you to make.
Yeah. I was like, wait, what?
That's just ridiculous.
Yeah. That's so crazy.
I don't know. I guess like growing up, you just realize like those different cultural differences like all the time because it's just like even like hanging out with y'all and shit like that. Like when I come over and it's like, yeah, bro, make sure you take your shoes off at the door. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. There's just like things like that you don't necessarily do. Well, now because it's cold as hell down here, but like back then I remember like mom gave me a pair of the sandals and shit because she was like, yeah, like if he wants to wear shit in the house, wear these. But like, there's just shit like that. Like you just never really know what like other families doing shit until like you merge yourself in like that kind of culture. Yeah, I think that was like the best part about growing like hanging around like y'all and shit like that. Cause like y'all put me onto a lot of shit. Y'all put me onto a lot of shit. No cap.
Let them know, please.
The biggest was the food, no cap. Boy, we used to come over there and eat great all the time. Like y'all used to feed me some shit that I was like, yeah, I don't know what this is. Bro, shit's slapping.
See, the crazy part is, it wasn't even like no exotic shit. Like, y'all have beans and rice like this all the time?
I was just doing shit different with the shit. So it's like, okay, I see what y'all doing here. That's smooth as hell. But I don't know. I guess other than that, like I guess like just being immersed in like the Spanish culture, like your grandma trying to teach me Spanish and shit like that, always making me like speak
when they talk to you just in Spanish and you're like, I don't know what you're saying.
So long. She used to be like, you gotta know, like you've been hanging around us for so long. But it also, you not know?
It also does kind of make you feel a little comfortable though that they're not like that they're like playing with you, that they're being really chill, cool.
Exactly. Because I definitely felt like a part of the family at that point. It's like
everybody in our family like now treats like, especially Terrence, because I think he's the longest person we've known as a family member basically. Yeah.
Yeah, we went through some shit together.
You know what you put me onto, Terrence?
What up?
Black people Kool-Aid. I shit you not. I remember the first time. That shit up. he's like, all right, so here you put the 2 packets in. I'm like, all right, bet. He's like, now you add the sugar. What do you mean you add the sugar?
You add the sugar. How do you not know how to make Kool-Aid?
Yeah,
but
so
you
that
guys
shit.
Never added sugar?
Well, like, it was like a little bit. No,
like a little bit. You guys had the whole bag?
Yeah.
I mean,
damn near,
he made it taste good. Let's just say that.
Put the sugar in there. I don't know. Shit. I don't know what to tell you. Just wanted to make the shit taste good, not like water.
That's true.
It do be too tangy when you don't put sugar in it. It's like,
that should be bland.
So, anyways, school. What are you going to school for?
I just recently switched. I thought I wanted to like pursue a career in like healthcare and stuff, but I'm actually gonna go in for criminology now, and I hope to like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like I'm gonna go in for psychology, and work with like felons.
Yeah. Psychology and work with felons.
Yeah.
So like rehabbing felons and stuff, or what do you mean?
Like.
Or just trying to see why they think the way that they think.
Yeah, like why they think like that, or.
Why'd you switch it?
Because I think I've always had it in my head, but I've never wanted to pursue it just because like I didn't think it was. I don't know, worth pursuing, because everyone's always like the healthcare field. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I'm like, but my dad kind of influenced it on me, and. Since then, I was like, yeah, I wanted to do this.
What about criminals, like, got you interested in that, though? Like, are you prepared to hear some of the fucked up shit that these people be doing?
Yeah, honestly. Just because I feel like there's always a motive that somebody does the crime that they do, obviously. And I feel like...
Yeah. Do you watch a lot of true crime podcasts?
No.
Okay. I just know that that's a really popular thing for for women, is like true crime podcasts. For some reason, is like the biggest thing in women podcasts.
Like what?
Yeah, like literally what it is. So like people that have like murdered, like serial killers, is like people go on the mic and explain these stories, and for some reason like women and girls seem to be really attracted to hearing these stories.
That's true.
Every single day on the way to work.
I was gonna say there got to be someone in here that listens to them.
Yeah, a lot of girls I know, bro, they be honing in on like the serial killers. They like fuck.
And they love horror movies and stuff, like all that kind of stuff.
All the they want to know about all the serial killers and shit.
Yeah, so you should try listening to a couple of the horror.
I honestly feel like I'm the same way. Like that type of thing, like.
I don't want to speak up, like.
I don't know.
You so awkward.
You don't fuck with serial killers? You don't care what makes them tick?
Not really. I mean, I don't know why they do the things they do, so I guess. I don't know.
Huh. Okay. Well, all right then. So what were we talking about?
School.
About what I want to do in school.
Okay, all right.
Hell the fuck.
So where are you at? Where are you at right now with that?
Right now, I'm actually taking my pre-classes to get into the criminology program. But I don't know if I want to take it through MATC yet or transfer.
Have you ever thought about like a 2-year transfer program?
Yeah, so I think I might do that instead and just transfer to Milwaukee.
Okay.
Just because I think the area would be a good setting just because of all the crime that you hear, or even Chicago or something like that, you know?
Okay.
So what exactly like your job entail?
Well, I would hope to work for the FBI.
Oh,
that's
shit.
that's my biggest
Hey,
goal.
and just because you said that, you're never gonna work for them now. They're gonna be like, "What do you mean? Didn't you hear that Celly wanted to work? Who's Celly? Who's Celly? The FBI."
Yeah, so that's one of my highest goals. That's like, that's
Something
where I
on the
would want to.
inside.
How do you go about doing that? I've never you never see like FBI hiring now.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Well, you have to go through you have to become a police officer and go through your.
Oh, really? You have to be a police officer first?
Yeah. And you have to be an agent for the FBI too, and then from there you can specialize in whatever you want. Yeah. But I think there's an age limit for the FBI. I was looking it up, and I think you have to be it's closer to 30-ish to even apply.
Really? So
Yeah.
it's like by 30, you better have your shit
Around
together.
Yeah.
They want you to
So
be in your prime, you know.
That's facts, though. That's facts.
Yeah.
Get you right.
30? 30's the prime?
I mean,
I was thinking 50 for me.
Well, I feel like it comes with.
I can't. That's not even a
You just can't with Jhoan
Yeah.
sometimes.
You really can't. This thing don't.
Did you know that
have a serious
the FBI has a 98% conviction rate?
Damn.
Yeah. So
Dang.
that's what happens. So whenever people talk about stories or for example Tekashi, oh yeah, the FBI knocked on my door. I knew it was over because as soon as you have FBI knocking on your door, it's oh, we have enough to get you. Let's just come on. Let's make this
at
easy.
that point, if the FBI is involved, it's tough for you. It's a tough bet. But damn. So you're gonna be a police officer first, and you want to do that in Milwaukee?
Yes, hopefully. So
You bold as hell.
yeah,
It's a lot of crime out
it calls my attention though. Even a lot of people, it would scare them, but for some reason,
I just don't like watching that shit.
really,
Yeah, no, my friends I have some people which are oh dude, look at this, this guy got his head blown off. I'm I don't want to see that.
yeah,
That's not and I've always kind of kept the mentality of I don't ever want to be emotionless with those videos. I always want to be that's gross.
yeah.
I don't ever want to lose emotion when it comes to that stuff.
You fuck with guns then?
Yeah. I actually want to learn how to shoot a gun.
Oh, type shit. You never shot one before?
No.
Do you have one?
No.
Why not start?
Huh?
Why not get one so you can get?
For real?
I do want to.
You go in and you impress everybody. You start doing tricks.
Stop. I've actually
Pretty sure if you do this, they're gonna be you need to leave. You can't have you shooting a gun with your eyes closed. I'm sorry.
What are you talking about? No, but I actually do want to go to is it a shooting range?
Yeah.
A shooting range and try it out.
Let me know, bro. Let me know when you gotta get a gun, bro. I'll take you to. We can go to Cabela's. And by I take you, I mean you come and pick me up.
But he's gonna take me.
I'm gonna take you as the representative.
Hell the fuck no.
I had to point it out. I feel if I didn't point it out, somebody else was gonna point it out.
Hell no. Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay. And I think another thing we want to talk about is that you're an aunt.
Yes.
And then I guess at what age did you become an aunt?
I haven't lived without being an aunt.
You said aunt, she says aunt. I'm just there's
Oh.
Yeah.
Bro.
And then it's that whole debate.
I hate to say it.
Bagel, bagel, I don't,
Who the fuck's his bagel?
I think it's
A bagel?
Yeah.
Or bagel. No, who the fuck's his bagel? I say bagel.
Yeah.
Who the fuck's his bagel? I said bagel. I knew one of them was wrong. I was which one? I just kind of shot in the dark.
Accent.
Oh, okay.
Because apparently Wisconsin people,
Wisconsin.
have an accent.
Apparently we really pronounce the con. Yeah, Wisconsin. That's what other people don't. Other people are Wisconsin. We're Wisconsin. Yeah, I don't really notice the difference that much, but I heard that there's a difference.
You live here, of course you wouldn't know the difference.
That's what I'm saying. I don't really notice the difference, but I heard that there's a difference.
It's like if you go to New York and you hear people talk, and they have like that thick accent.
They don't hear it, but we do.
Right.
Facts. That New York accent.
Yeah, see, we jump around a lot.
Okay, so what age did you be coming on?
Honestly, I don't even know. From
How
what
old
I
are you?
remember, I'm 22.
How old is your nephew?
My oldest is 16, I want to say. 16, yeah.
So you were 6 when you became in.
6, yeah.
Look
but
at you.
Well, because she didn't know.
Well, this man. But yes. So I want to say is he 16? Yeah, he's 16. 16, 15, around there. Yeah, he's 16. So yeah, I was an aunt at 6 years old. Ever since then, I've been an aunt.
How's that like influence your life, I guess?
If it has, or if it.
I was a little mom, honestly, when I was little. Yeah, because like I would take care of my sister's kids. I would stay home and I would take care of them for them while they were working or while my mom was working or something. They're honestly, sometimes I don't even see them as my nieces and nephews. It's like they're my sisters and brothers sometimes. Just because we're so close in age sometimes. Well, not sometimes, but you know.
When you want it to be.
When we want it. Yeah, exactly.
Hey, you better not forget I'm your aunt.
My oldest three are definitely like we have that sister, brother, sister,
The sibling
sister.
bond.
Yeah. So we fight like siblings. We do everything like siblings.
And
Until they make me mad, then I'm like, I'm your aunt.
Did you ever feel any like specific type of responsibility? Even like I guess at 6 you're not really worried about what other people are doing, but did
Right.
you ever feel an extra responsibility being an aunt?
Well, yeah, because sometimes I would want to go to a place or something like that, and I couldn't because I had to take care of the kids.
That used to be the worst. Like,
Yeah.
I want to go do this. Gotta watch your brother.
Yeah.
What you mean? Like, damn, I got shit to go do too.
Or you got to take your brother with you?
That
was
used
the
to
worst,
be the
bro.
worst.
Okay.
Take your brother with you. It's to be like, bro, I don't even want to go no more. Like,
I'll just stay home.
Man, I'm better off just kicking it at the crib. Like damn.
She said.
He said, that was him, huh?
No, Michael never wanted to leave the house.
I did.
Yeah, I was more like, hey, do you want to come with? Nah, why? I'm here.
I'll just stay here.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I'm the middle child, so I did it both ways. I was definitely the younger brother, always asking my older brother if I can come with, and then I was also not trying to take my younger brother nowhere. That kid
So
used to
you
annoy
knew
me.
his place, or like you felt like he wanted to come with you, and you said no.
Yeah, of course, bro. No one wants to take their
Did your
younger
older brother take you?
No,
Why didn't you want to take your brother? That's the question.
His
because
older
we was
brother didn't
doing
take you?
What
hood
was you
rat
doing?
shit. Yeah,
Exactly.
we was doing hood rat shit. Shit, I don't need him snitching on me for. Yeah, I was doing shit I wasn't supposed to. That's what kids do. Well,
They really do.
that's what some kids do.
They really do.
But
there's
like,
other
there's also
kids.
just a simple like, you know, we older too, like 5 years older than you. So like,
Okay.
And that's a bigger difference when you're younger.
yeah,
Because you like the whole like, I feel like a lot of the times like hanging with older people, like hanging with y'all, like a lot of the times I wouldn't understand shit, and
Yeah.
it wasn't even like y'all were purposefully trying to exclude me. It's just like you're not gonna get it.
yeah.
You're younger.
Like, you're gonna come and then just
Yeah.
sit in the background.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is.
So like, what's the point of you being here? Like you're 7, we're 12.
yeah, see, that's a big
That's a
difference.
big
And when you're
gap.
older, that's nothing. When
Yeah.
you're older, that's nothing.
We're gonna do shit, 12-year-olds do. You're 7. You need to stay 7. You know, like.
What you say? Like you're gonna go smoke a pack of Newports?
Look, man, I ain't gonna go into much detail what motherfuckers got into, but hey,
I mean, it's different though.
shit
because,
got
like,
down.
Yeah.
Shit gets down.
I mean, shit is definitely different in terms of like kids going out now or going out before. Like I think we
Oh,
talked
most
about it before in the
definitely.
podcast. Like
Big time.
Yeah.
we would all here probably never leave like our kids to go out like to a park alone. Like, would you trust your kid to go out like
Celly
any
would.
park, just walk out in the park and go
What age?
like 5, 6?
No.
Right, and at our age, like we were doing
I don't
that.
think
We were
I was-
doing. We were.
No, we
No,
did that.
yeah.
There was the park right by McFarland. What are you talking about?
That's a different
That's
thing.
Different what?
I was like 8 and you were like 5.
But even when you were younger, you went to that park.
That's
I mean,
different.
even at 8 and 5.
That's different.
He said, "It's just me."
I was fine.
it was more like it was like a really white neighborhood,
Okay.
That is true. That is
and
true.
we were the only like Mexicans living in that whole neighborhood.
Okay.
Were we?
But was it
Can you
because that
mention
everybody was white that you guys felt like you guys
That
could?
Probably my
well, no, even
parents
in
probably
that
safe.
even in that
Like
neighborhood,
safe.
I wouldn't do it though. That's what I
Yeah,
made
that's
the first buy.
yeah.
Kids get kidnapped nowadays.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, doesn't matter the neighborhood.
I guess they didn't want to kidnap us, bro.
They said y'all not worth that much.
They said they were driving past the neighborhoods. These neighborhoods have gone to shit. Mad as hell. Like,
yeah. Now I don't know when we were allowed to go to the park. Dolo. I don't think it was 5 though.
but it was at a young
But-
age.
It had to be like 8 or 9 or 10.
That's
something
still
like that.
young.
8 or 9
When we
for
lived
sure.
in Madison, how old was I? I was like in 1st, 2nd grade. I was never allowed to go to the park, but as soon as I went to Sauk City, I was allowed to be wherever I wanted to be.
Free reign.
Yep.
You'll be alright out here. They damn near more scared of you than you are them.
They're like,
Your mom felt that. She said, "You go ahead."
yeah, definitely.
You go ahead.
That's just how it be though.
Do you ever find your nephews and nieces, maybe not now, but before, wanting to come with you, and you didn't want to take them along?
Oh yeah, all the time. I mean, my oldest niece, she's the one that, ever since she was little, she really looked up to me, and I never realized it until I got older, and she wanted to dress like me. She wanted to do whatever I did, and she was to a point she wanted to grow up like me at the same pace and
Really?
just be like me. Yeah,
That's how I go.
and she's exactly like me now.
Really? That's up. I see, but you saying it like we didn't have this code, like it was definitely like
then you
we were on the same page
Did you get what
though.
I was? Never mind, bro. We were on the same page.
Nah, see, no, you're not.
But I wasn't talking about that.
No, I was talking about that. Okay, never mind. Go ahead.
He wasn't trying to grow up at the same place you was.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what he was with.
No, that's what I was talking about.
So y'all was just talking about 2 different things completely.
Yeah, I was talking about.
Well, that's because he didn't really explain. He just. That's
No,
what he
Yeah,
did.
I think he was talking about me and
Yeah.
Betsy, right?
Yeah, 'cause she was like, "Oh, my niece wants to be just like me." I was like, well, really?
Okay.
I thought you caught on to that. With
No,
the,
why would I? I don't know why you.
locked eyes and you did a little smirk. So
I'm pretty sure he's talking about you too.
Yeah,
That's
what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I
that's-
thought we
that's
locked
what
eyes
I
on.
But y'all not that far apart in age though.
It's 3,
Wait, how old are you?
20.
How old are
You
you?
20?
Yeah, I'm 23.
It's like the 3rd time you've asked me that.
I don't know why I keep thinking you 18.
That's because he carries himself as old, like an older.
That didn't even make sense though. You said that.
You do. You carry yourself older.
Yeah, but Terence thinks he's younger.
He's younger.
Oh.
That's why at first I was agreeing when she said carries himself as up, but I'm like, wait a minute, that's not the argument Terrence made.
Wait, you really think he's younger?
I mean, like
Maybe because he knows him.
I was
more.
gonna say I just
Maybe,
didn't
yeah.
think about the fact that
And he sees me and him
So
fight
you
more
met
than
him when he
anybody
was
else.
little?
yeah, because I've known him since
I was
my 6th grade year. No, my 7th grade year.
your 7th grade year.
So your 8th grade year. So he was what 5th grade.
No, I didn't meet Calvin until high school.
Damn.
My freshman year.
We've known him
high
for a
school.
while.
Really?
That's your
Yeah.
older brother.
I
So
thought
you-
it was, so
you were
I was
8th
8th
grade.
grade. So then you would have been 5th grade,
Fifth,
5th or 6th.
6th grade is when.
Yeah, you were 6th grade, so he was 11.
Yeah.
I think that's probably why
It's a long
it
time.
seems. Because like I said, as we're younger, it seems like such a big gap.
Damn, boy, it's really been 9 years.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
When's
as
the
hell.
anniversary, you guys?
Bro, that shit's been just been.
No, see, since we've known each other for so long, we've made a bond, right? With last middle names.
We're not getting
we're not
into
having
this
that.
What?
We're not getting into this right now. We've already had this conversation. I've already
Are they
negated
taking
that
each other's last
contract.
name?
Jhoan is just trying to start some
Yeah.
shit right now.
He has this whole thing about baby names, and it's just
Oh my gosh.
Like it's not enough that John's gonna be the godfather to Terrence's baby.
He has to be named.
he wants one of the names. Wants one of the names.
Oh my gosh.
That's
We
crazy.
agreed on- Wait, hold on.
We made that agreement when we were like 13.
You gotta keep your promises.
Oh damn!
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Bit Mama right there. You can go ahead and ask her. Shit.
I'll just have my kids gonna have your middle name,
That's cool. That's what's up. I appreciate that.
So what's your
so that
middle
way you
name?
can you can remember every time you see him. Like, damn.
He's
Well,
just
you
gonna-
ain't
he's
even
gonna
asked.
understand.
She's right there. You just
Right.
gonna ignore the fact.
She ready for the
that
question?
the mother is right there.
What are you talking about? Katie.
Oh, I know, but you automatically like don't worry. Like our side is covered. Don't worry. Like Tanya's not right there.
Tanya's like,
That's what I'm saying. He didn't even ask. He's like, I didn't even gotta bother that. Like, damn.
Yeah, see, difference.
It's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen. I tried to tell him that from the jump. I was like, look, bro, we made that bet when we were kids. It's a long time ago.
It's a cute thought.
No.
It's cool. It's like.
So you guys are supposed to name your kids after each other? Middle names?
Middle names.
Oh.
Yeah, I wasn't.
What's your middle
first.
name?
Oh,
No, we're not doing that.
Yeah, it'd be like.
We're not doing that.
Wow, so you really don't want to give your best friend that honor?
Nah, I mean, look, the thing is, it's
I
not just me. It's not just me in the equation. I have to consider the thoughts of the wife, you know?
Yeah, you're right.
And, you know, I don't think she's going to really want, you know, one of my friends' names as our child middle name. And I can't be mad at her for that.
Kids don't even like their middle names as it is.
It's up for discussion, though. Okay.
There you go.
The only thing is that I hated my middle name growing up, and I got bullied for it.
So you think he's just gonna hate my name, huh?
First of all, you're Jhoan with an H, but right after the fucking.
Scary thing for me because I got bullied for mine growing up.
Okay.
What's your middle name?
It's
What?
It's not over yet.
Georgine.
It still could happen.
Oh dang. Is that like her?
Names you can choose from. Bro.
That's a lot of names.
That's kind of bad. I mean, I'll give it to you. That's pretty bad. Like, I can see why that sucks.
That's too many.
My family called me Kitty Jean.
Oh really?
Kitty G.
I mean, I'm sure now it's okay though. You know. Okay.
Well, one last thing though. You said that Detsy really looks up to you and maybe considers you a role model.
Yep.
You though, do you have a role model? Something?
To certain aspects. I really look up to my mom just because she, you know, she had
That's
us.
the right answer I was looking for because you said she was going through a lot. She's doing this and this.
Yeah, my
if
mom.
you would have been like, I have no role models.
No.
He said, no one in my life anybody I could look up to.
But like, I guess I was thinking about it with school, you know. But yeah, life wise, definitely my mom, hands down. She's such a hard worker, honestly, and it's not easy, you know, raising 3 girls, especially girls, by yourself.
Wait, can you say one more time? 3 girls?
Yeah.
Couldn't be me.
Yeah, so my mom only had girls, and it was 3 girls.
John, you stay jinxing it, bro.
Bro,
Just
I
knock on the
swear,
table.
he's
Just
gonna
knock
have-
on
he's
the
gonna
table.
have
You're gonna have a girl.
You're gonna have a girl.
So
You're gonna,
3 girls.
you're
You
gonna
said
have a
that must have been real tough for you.
Yes, it was. It was really tough. But I mean, she did as best as she could, and we all came out pretty good. So
That's what's up.
yeah.
Would you rather have 3 girls or 3 boys?
I feel like nobody's ever content with what they get. You know what
But
I mean?
if you have an option right now, what would you choose?
I would keep my sisters. Yeah.
No, I'm talking
No.
about you have
No,
kids.
you.
Would you
Oh,
have-
kids?
Yeah, you having kids.
Oh, fuck
Oh,
no. She said,
oh no! I would want 3 girls.
3 girls?
Yes.
Hold on, now, what would you want? Obviously, 3 boys is what it
That's
seems
so
like.
tough.
So boys are gross.
That's
Boys
cap.
are gross.
Boys are easy. 3
Boys are
boys all the way.
super easy.
Boys are easy, but they're also gross.
That's fine.
But like, I want a daughter because like
That's
you get to
fine.
dress her up, you get to do her hair, like.
You can't do the exact same thing with boys.
You can get the man fly as hell. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but like it's
Come
it's
here.
just it's a whole different.
My son never let me put makeup on him.
Oh,
facts.
so you're trying to put makeup on him. He's just talking
Yeah,
about make him
these-
fly,
these
make him
are
look
facts.
clean
Definitely
as a
put
kid.
makeup on my
But like
son.
there's a different aspect between like a mom doing her son's hair versus a mom
Yep.
doing her daughter's hair and
Because you get to
doing her
pull it
hair
extra
stuff.
hard.
Yup, your eyes gotta be like this. If you're not walking around like this, your hair's not done right. Like for real.
Hell no. Well, we appreciate you coming on the show. We definitely
Thank you
fuck with having you
guys.
coming on. It was a good podcast talking
Probably
to
have
you.
you back. Fuck it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like it was
definitely.
fun.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
I had a great time.
This was fun.
This was fun.
Yeah.
God,
It's all the time. You can't get anything else out of this guy. You want to close the show?
All right, guys.
That's the best you got.
Terrence, just close it out. If you know this is just gonna waste
Do you have
time.
any final words you want to give to the audience? Anything you want to inspire the youth?
Any inspirational quotes that you would like to give to the youth? out
Any,
there right
you
now?
know?
What would your mom say right now?
Come home. I'm kidding. But
I didn't even gonna lie to you. You were looking around. You was about to be like, this bitch better be clean the next time.
Honestly, I would just say if you're like in a predominantly white school and you're a minority, like honestly, stay true to yourself and your culture, and honestly, just being white is not the answer.
No offense.
No offense.
No offense
to the white people out there in the world.
Yes.
It's true.
I'm just saying.
Well, again, thanks for coming on the show. On that note, we'll let you guys rate the show. Let us know what you guys think.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comment, share, subscribe. Add us on this new socials and everything that we got out. We're on TikTok. We're on
And
Twitter,
they weren't in the
Instagram.
links below, but they will be now. So y'all better go like that shit.
Some people are slacking on their job.
When did you make your account?
Anyway.
Catch y'all next time.